Hello, hello. How are you all doing today? All right, so I kind of wanted to do this video in English and in Spanish. So, what do I do? No, do you know what? Let's just it would be just English, and then I'll do the Spanish one at another time. Okay, so I was just going over some Spanish songs by Cri Cri. Who Cri Cri was? Okay, Cri Cri was the name given to Francisco Gabilondo Soler, the famous Mexican composer that brought so much happiness to children in my generation. Um, yeah, I was born in the 80s, and I'm telling you, the songs are beautiful, beautiful. Even though he studied astronomy, right, in college, Francisco Gabilondo Soler, he actually devoted his life to compose songs for children. He composed over 200 songs for children. Among them is El what is it? The Parade of the Vowels, Caminito de la Escuela, On the Way to School, The Little Way to School, um, Dime Abuelita, Tell Me, Dear Grandma, um, and others. El Raton Vaquero. Okay, so now the reason why I wanted to do this video is because as I was introducing Francisco Gabilondo Soler to my high school student, my Spanish high school student, um, we came across the song El Raton Vaquero, right? The cowboy mouse. Um, and so I was telling her the story that I know, right, about how Francisco Gabilondo Soler was offered, Disney offered to buy the rights to his songs, but he refused. Cri Cri refused. He was also known as Cri Cri. Why? Because of the sound of the grasshopper when he goes Cri 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 Cri, right? Um, so by children, he was known as Cri Cri. And growing up for me, listening to his songs in the radio was so cherishing, right? I was always looking for that time when I would listen to his songs in the radio. Many households, right, did not have a TV, and so the radio was a powerful tool for communicating in Mexico at that time. So, anyway, so I asked Chat GPT about the I asked this question, right? Because I was singing the El Ratón Vaquero song, and by the way, if you stay till the end, I'm actually gonna sing it to you guys a cappella. I love that song, and it's just funny, right? It's a funny song. El Ratón Vaquero. And as I was reading that to her, and I said, wait a minute, it's un ratón and Mickey Mouse, right? It's un ratón. I mean, I don't have anything against Disney. I mean, I love Disneyland. I mean, I do have some things against it. For example, okay, I'll bring some right now, but yeah, recently they brought a woman, they arrested her, they escorted her out because she lied on her children's ages, and that was so mean from them. Boo on Disney for doing that. And another thing I have against Disney is ah, they could do a little bit more for the city of Anaheim. That's for one thing. And for the children of the city of Anaheim, I mean, they don't do like, oh my, I'm sorry for bringing this up. If somebody from Disney is listening, maybe this could bring a change. Who knows? But Disney, yes, they do some little offers for the California residents, but the tickets are so expensive. And for children who live in Anaheim, they could have, some free tickets. Why not? Especially I'm pretty sure if we do a survey, there are so many children who live in the city of Anaheim who have not been to Disneyland. And that's very sad. Knott's Berry Farm, on the other hand, because I have family who lives in Buena Park, they do. Every household that lives within certain miles from Knott's Berry Farm, they get every year they get a certain number of tickets. Anyway, so that's a little parenthesis. Now let's go back to El Ratón Vaquero. So when we were reading about El Ratón Vaquero, I said, wait a minute. Then Cri Cri, Francisco Gabilondo Soler, made mention of Raton Vaquero, uh, to answer to Disney. So I just asked ChatGPT, did Cri Cri dedicated the song of El Ratón Vaquero to Disney? And it said yes. While Cri Cri, Francisco Gabilondo Soler, never officially dedicated El Ratón Vaquero to Disney or Mickey Mouse, it's widely believed the song was a playful jab at the company. Why? What happened? In the 1940s, during World War II, Walt Disney, oh, so he was actually Walt Disney, right? Yeah, he was alive at that time. Walt Disney, under the U.S. Good Neighbor Cultural Outreach, offered to buy Cri Cri's characters and songs to include in Disney films. By the way, I have a feeling that some of that was stolen, but that will be another. Cri Cri. So Soler refused firmly, as his wife explained. Cri Cri es un legado para la niñez mexicana. Cri Cri is a legacy for the Mexican childhood, right? For all the children in Mexico. Nacieron para vivir. These characters, these songs were born to live, right? They were not born to be caged. En El Ratón Vaquero, we see El Ratón is actually in jail. So, nacieron para vivir, para ser libres, right? To be free. These characters that are in Cri Cri songs, all the beautiful characters. La Hormiguita in the song of El Chorrito. Oh, I'm telling you, that is such a richness. I mean, and even if you're a mom right now who grew up in Mexico or who has Hispanic or Spanish speaking heritage, if you have not taught these songs to your children, you guys are missing out. I'm telling you, the songs like El Chorrito. Oh, by the way, a little parenthesis, I do teach Spanish and I can teach those songs to your children. Just let me know and I'm here to help you. I teach Spanish online. What a good way to have an advertisement here for my classes, right? Yes, everyone who knows me, they know that I love to teach Spanish and I have a big heart, for the learning of Spanish and for people. So, nacieron para vivir. These songs and these characters were born to live, to be free, right? Not to be bought by, Disney. And then the wife said, en el amplio y libérrimo territorio de la imaginación, in the uh, vast and majestic, amazing territory of the imagination. Um, anyway, so that's right what happened. And then this second point, this third point of ChatGPT response. Some speculate that El Ratón Vaquero, with its country style mouse who steps in trouble, was written in 1963 as a cheeky response, a stylized American mouse pleading for freedom, perhaps evoking Mickey. Radio Formula's coverage suggests Soler, Cri Cri, used it as an indirecta. An indirecta is like, hey, you're speaking about someone, but it's actually you're talking about this one, right? As a hint at Disney's attempts. All right, so and then, oh, what fans say. Okay, Reddit users also mentioned, it says, supuestamente Cri Cri hizo esa canción como burla a Disney cuando quiso comprar los derechos. Supposedly Cri Cri made this song as a way of mocking Disney when Disney wanted to buy the rights, los derechos. And then another person said, esa canción es una burla a Disney, de hecho. So that person said, in fact, that song was, a way of mocking Disney. Okay, and that's all I wanted to say. I hope you liked this video. And my daughter now is saying it's mom. Yes, yes. So do you want to say bye? No? Okay. Until the next video, thank you for watching. Let me know what